Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode of Education Exchange. It's a beautiful night tonight, spring night. Weather is beautiful. My guests are wearing shirts, and I'm tied up here with my necktie. But
it's a nice time.
Well, I guess I'm your host, Hani Al-Qadi, and on my left side is a wonderful team from West High. I was talking with Dr. Jerry Arganbright, who is the principal of West High, about hosting him tonight, and he said, better meet Dominic and my kids. This is a program that I would like to shed the light on, and that's why they are here. On my left side is Cody Reiter.
Yeah.
Cody, you are a freshman?
Yeah, at West High.
At West High, and then there is Dominic Adia, and Dominic Adia is their teacher. He's
Correct.
A biologist and scientist and an engineer.
I teach engineering. Correct.
Teach engineering.
Correct.
And then on his left side is Mitchell Howard, senior
At
from
West
West
High.
High.
Yep.
And a rock star in the future. No.
No, not from the future.
So we'll start by saying that this program that we call Project
Lead the Way. Correct.
The Way. And what does this mean, Ali?
Well, that's a good question. With a name like Project Lead the Way, it's really hard for people to know what it's about. And Project Lead the Way is a national initiative. It's a nonprofit organization, and their sole purpose is to try to ignite passion in students to get them excited about STEM education. So STEM is an acronym that stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math.
S-T-A-M?
S-T-E-M.
E-M. Okay.
STEM. So they're in approximately their 10th or 11th year. Nationally, the program involves over 4,000 schools, over 10,000 teachers, and well over 300,000 students. And so it's a program that has multiple classes in it that involve some facet of STEM education: science, technology, engineering, and math.
As an instructor in this program, do you have to have special preparation, certain credentials?
Yes, there is a process that we go through when we select a teacher. A teacher is selected to teach Project Lead the Way. You know, because the classes are a little bit different from each other, we try to look for somebody who has a background in the class. For example, this year at West, we just offered one of the newer Project Lead the Way classes called Aerospace Engineering. It just so happens that one of our instructors, Scott Kaler, actually has his master's in aerospace engineering, so he was the natural person to teach to take that assignment. Some of our biotechnical engineering classes, we look for somebody with a good biology background. So our AP biology teacher, Doug Herman, teaches biotechnical engineering, as well as one of our biology instructors, Brad Weimer. But that's only part of it. There is a very well-established support network of universities that provide training. And the University of Iowa and Iowa State will train a Project Lead the Way teachers. It's a very intense training for approximately 2 weeks, where they take the teachers through the entire curriculum, and the teachers have to complete all the assignments and projects and pass the class and pass the final before they even can set foot into a Project Lead the Way classroom. So currently in Iowa, the Department of Education has certified that if a teacher goes through that training, then they're highly qualified to be able to teach Project Lead the Way. So
it's obviously a challenge to do this kind of integration or cross-curricular activities in classroom, whereby you really break the boundaries, as my friend Dr. Stewart Rosborough calls it, boxing. We tend to be very territorial, and this is biology, and this is engineering, and that's fine art. But through this career education, I think you try to integrate all of them and do kind of multi-disciplinary approach to
certainly,
education.
Certainly.
And what do you think, my friend?
Well, being in Project Lead the Way is a really great experience. It's like, it's not one of those things you can go in and say, well, I think this will be interesting, let's try it out. It'll be easy, everything. No, you gotta want to be there. You gotta want to learn everything there. I mean, Mr. Audi, he is a great teacher. I mean, if I have any questions, I ask him.
Mm-hmm.
He can tell me a whole background since like 1800s. But I just like the class. It's not exactly the easiest class, but it's a really fun class.
Would you, it's very much an applied class, so there is a lot of, we take a lot of theory, we learn a lot of equations or formulas, and we learn a lot of principles, and then the kids always get a problem or a project, and so thus the name Project Lead the Way. It's a very project-based curriculum, and that's where Cody really shines. One of the reasons I brought him here is he's also one of our more creative engineers and one of our more creative problem solvers. He's done a very good job in a lot of his projects. Not all of them are always successful, but he's like a pit bull. He'll grab onto a project and he won't let go. He'll just keep chewing on it until he gets it. So he's one of our kids that I have high hopes for, and as he goes through our program, by the time he leaves West High with all of the fantastic curricular, strong classes that we have in math and science, I think the Project Lead the Way will just supplement his skill set and make him very strong in problem solving, and as well as his other academic classes.
And there is a lot of research dealing with the issue of school to work and preparing our new generation for the 21st century. And I, as a former educator, I know that it passed through difficult times, and then it has been politicized somehow, and then it's back now. Right. What do you think as a practitioner in this?
Well, I think you're absolutely right. I think we know that STEM is going to be the heart of being competitive in the 21st century job market. And we know that we need to teach kids problem solving and critical reasoning skills. And Project Lead the Way, sometimes it's called pre-engineering. And we don't really like that term because we use engineering as a framework to build those STEM skills. Mitchell here is a great example of what you're talking about transitioning into the workplace. So what we've done with a few of our kids is after they go, while they're going to high school and taking Project Lead the Way classes, we've lined them up with internships. And Mitchell, I'll let you talk a little bit about what you're doing with the University of Iowa and some of the programming.
Yeah. I'm internshipping at the National Advanced Driving Simulator as a programmer. So I get to do a type of engineering called software, which is basically I write code for anything they need. So currently I'm just trying to convert a data file to a readable form.
Some of the terminology that you're using is scary to me because I don't know much about this area.
Oh.
I came from a generation that's really trying to we are gasping to follow you. What are you doing, guys? I mean, you are progressing so fast, so quickly. Well, I would like you in the future to meet with David Bills. David Bills is an educator. I think he is one of the leading professors in the area of school to work research in the world. And he has a book, a wonderful book, a small book, but very informative about how to turn, as you were saying, Dominic, a moment ago, how to turn the theory into application, into real life problem solving, critical thinking, and
Working
so
with other
forth.
people, doing group work.
Yeah, collaborative work and so
Right.
forth.
Right, right.
So tell me more about your ideas about your future. How we are going to move from here now, and try to use simple terminology for me.
For his sake.
Okay. Well, I'll start off going to college at Kirkwood, like a year or so, learning computer engineering, which is basically you take a computer, and then there's all the stuff that goes into it called the hardware, and then what you write into it called code. It's just doing both of those.
Okay.
And then after going to Kirkwood for about a year, I'll go transfer to Iowa State, I believe, since they have a really good engineering thing there.
I think you had it all planned, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do they have like scholarships available for this
Oh,
wonderful
certainly.
program?
Well, Kirkwood has fantastic opportunities for scholarships. And students simply just apply, and they try to match up our kids with an appropriate scholarship. Now, one of the nice things about Project Lead the Way is we've collaborated with Kirkwood Community College, Iowa State, and University of Iowa to have the kids, if they take a Project Lead the Way class, they will get, or can get, college credit for those classes that they take and earn hours at the appropriate university. So all of our classes are articulated with Kirkwood classes. And to get the college credit at a four-year college, there is a test at the end of the year. And it's a pretty challenging test, but a lot of our kids do very well. We have a very high pass rate at West High. And the kids, if they show that they're proficient, they can get credit for the appropriate engineering class, like EPS 1, Engineering Problem Solving 1 at the University of Iowa, or one of the equivalent classes at Iowa State. And so that's just a fantastic opportunity. Now, if students decide not to go in engineering, that's okay. You know, we know that we've provided them a great problem-solving experience, and they can still use that credit as an elective at those schools. And it doesn't cost parents a penny, and so parents like it, they save some money, and our kids like it because they have the opportunity to get some college credit.
And
So
it's fun, so.
That's one of the most important things. During our production meeting, Dominic, I was wondering about the enrollment of female students in your program. And I don't know, I felt that you had some feeling about that.
Right, yeah, it's a challenge for us. And it's something that we're very aware of, and it's something that we're working hard at, trying to recruit more young ladies into the Project Lead the Way classes. And we've got a couple of things that I think are working for us. Our biotechnical engineering class is over 50% female. So females tend to like the biomedical or biology type engineering classes. Now our challenge is to try to then convince them to come over and take maybe perhaps an aerospace engineering class or my class or introduction to engineering design class. We also have civil engineering and architecture. And so we're working on that. Another strategy that we are working on is that we've now implemented Project Lead the Way. Next year it will be in all of our middle school classes. And so young ladies will get exposed to it there. And we know, or some of the research that we've seen is that usually by high school it's too late to try to turn on that STEM light bulb for young ladies. They may have already been turned off to science and math. And so we're starting early, and we're starting to bring those programs in, and even working with trying to start looking at talking to some of our kids in elementary school. So
as early as
right, we're aware of the problem.
That's how it should start. Yeah, that's where it should start. Cody, tell me now about your take on that. Yeah,
about the girls going in.
Yeah.
Well, I see a lot of girls that do take engineering, and it's not like it's not like we mind about it. It's not like it's really noticeable. I mean, a lot of kids take engineering, and every human being can be an engineer as long as they want to. If girls want to be an engineer, it's no different than a guy wanting to be an engineer. It's just for some reason there's less girls than guys, and I think it's a really important issue that we could try and fix.
And female students are doing well, amazingly better now in math nationally than boys. I mean, according to the most recent statistics, they are achieving a lot in the area of math and science.
Right. We're coming up on April 12th. Iowa State has one of their fantastic conferences for young ladies. It's called The Road Less Traveled. And so we rounded up over 60 females to come on this conference. It's to highlight STEM careers, really. And so I think that will be a great opportunity for us to introduce them to Project Lead the Way, try to get them to register into some of the classes as, as groups and as friends, because they find that they can work together with their peers. I think they would really enjoy it. So,
Dominic, tell me something about what kind of support one you get from the administration, two from the community.
Oh yeah.
What kind of support?
Well, what a great community to live in, to have such strong support for education. We have a fantastic partnership team, a committee that meets approximately twice a year. We have engineers on that partnership team. We have college professors. We have people from industry. And there's probably over 20 people that meet, and we try to look at opportunities to try to support our kids. And the Workplace Learning Connection helps support us by looking for good partnerships to partner some of our kids, like Mitchell, into a good area that he would be compatible with and the employer would be compatible with. Rockwell Collins, wow, what a great partner they've been for us. They do a lot of job shadows for us and tours, as well as provide a lot of financial support for training teachers. They pay for the tuition for every teacher that we send for training. They help sponsor our Junior Engineering Technical Society competitions, where we do a lot of fun engineering competitions.
But it's really positive to hear that big business is supporting education,
right?
Because a lot of time we don't hear that.
Right, and they realize that they have a vested interest in this. That eventually
future workers, definitely.
Right, these guys are going to be out in the field. Cody has aspirations of being an engineer as well, and Mitchell, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Mitchell. Now, when you sit and you plan a project, take me to the atmosphere, the ambience. How does this happen? Yani, you sit with a teacher, or you think alone, write something? A proposal? How does it work?
Yeah, talk about your innovation.
I want to see the scenario. Walk me through that.
So I normally partner with my friends with the projects, so we just sit there and think, what do we have to do? So for the latest project, we had to make practically a triangle made out of balsa wood that could hold a 15-kilogram weight while it's stuck to a wall. So we just started thinking and looked at the two basic types that we could do for a triangle. One where it would go like this, and then the other where it would go like this. So then we chose the one that we thought would do better after some discussing. And then we started to think about design. And then we do all this before we do anything with the project.
And then did you do any analysis with some of the software to look at loads, compression, tension, and empty solids? Or
we probably should have.
Well, here is the role of the mentor, right?
Yeah.
okay.
So I like what you said when you said, well, we should have. This means that you really reflect upon your experience and kind of self-criticize what you do And that's very positive, you know. I mean, you definitely have an idea what went positive and what didn't work, right?
Yeah. Well, according to audio, we chose the wrong one. But we still did top in the class, so.
So how about if we see some of the activities?
Sure.
You brought us a video
Sure.
of some of the
Gladly.
activities that happen in your classroom. So we'll take a little break, and we go from here. After we watch, we say bye-bye to our audience. How's
Okay,
that?
great. Yeah, enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay, it's just pure wind power here.
Yeah.
Put your hand over there to make it a little darker so I can verify that. All right. Hey guys, what do we got here?
My name is John.
I'm Andrew.
Sheldon.
Cameron.
Connor.
All right. Well, okay. Tell me what you got here.
So this is our alternative for electricity for this city, West
Okay.
City. We're using wind power and solar.
Okay.
And the way we got our light set up is combo our resistors in series with all the lights in parallel.
Okay.
These two.
So which one's your residential? area?
Residential will be yellow, industrial, red, and then that one would be, yeah, city or.
Okay. Go ahead and let's power it up. Okay, put your hand there. Looks like everything's lighting up good.
You want me to explain it?
Yep, go ahead. Okay, hold on. First explain the hardware, what we got here working here.
You guys can explain
So
it.
the goal is to wind up a length of string, and you wanted to have it count how many rotations it was doing by counting how many times the light had passed through the little holes on these gears. And so we have a photo transistor on one side and a lamp on the other to count how many rotations it does.
Okay. So the holes and the solid piece make the on-off
Yep.
on the photo transistor. Okay. All right. Show me it working.
So it counts a certain amount.
It counts to 100 times, 100 flashes of light. And then it'll pause.
Oh, let me see it here. I should see it count up to 100.
Yep, right there. It's counting.
Yeah.
And then it'll reset once it gets to 100, pause for 3 seconds, and then start over again. And if you press the switch, you can pause it, and then when you let go, it'll keep counting again, and then start back over once it reaches 100.
Okay. Good job, guys. Great project. All right, elevator. Take 2. Let's go ahead and try it.
Yeah. What floor? Okay. Third floor.
Third floor. Second floor?
Second floor.
Just leave it. We can always cut more off.
Third floor.
I can't go back up to the
Just go third floor. It'll go over, but third floor. Now first floor. Ground floor. Fourth floor.
There's no fourth
Or third floor, yeah.
Second floor.
Where's the top floor?
That is the top floor.
Okay. Where's first floor?
First floor is at the bottom. There's second floor. And then bottom floor.
All right, very good. Good job, guys.
It'd be nice if it would come all the way over here. Oh God! Oh, this thing's turn it off. Turn it off. Okay, have it go backwards.
And it's just one fuel cell. All right, let's go hook it up.
It's gonna go left.
All right.
Wow, it's going straight. It's going straight. A little left. Just ready? Almost took me to the seat. We're like halfway there.
around and find somebody that can be a witness.
Yeah.
How many pounds are we at now? 11 pounds?
And we are back now again with our wonderful West High team here. Dominic, Mitchell, and Cody. And Dominic, during the break, you raised two very important points. I would like you to tell our audience about them.
Right, yeah, we have some exciting news. We've partnered with the University of Iowa and Kirkwood to build a new education center on Oakdale that will be home to a lot of our career and technical classes in the next couple of years. The other exciting class that we're offering next year is we'll be offering a new Project Lead the Way strand of classes that are related to biomedicine. And so it's completely independent of the engineering strand that we're doing with this current Project Lead the Way set of courses. This one's related to medicine and healthcare, which we know is another area that there'll be lots of jobs in the next 10 to 14 years. So I think that will provide lots of opportunities for both males and females in our school district. And that will be offered next year on campus at University of Iowa. So some exciting stuff coming down the pipeline.
Thank you. Cody.
Well, one other thing about engineering you gotta know, like when he was talking about the earlier project with the balsa wood triangle, like our first design did not do so well, and usually people get down by that. You just can't disappoint yourself. You gotta
talk
keep
to our
going.
audience here because all
You
the
gotta
kids
keep
are
going.
watching.
You gotta keep pushing at it, and you gotta keep trying. Be open to criticism, be able to adapt, and be able to rebuild without putting yourself down too much.
Perseverance.
A lot of perseverance.
Okay.
Problem
Wonderful.
solving. Great.
Mitchell,
Yeah.
final word for our audience?
Not that I know of any.
Okay. As a matter of fact, on behalf of John Karhoff, who is the father of this program, Michael Peterson, who both of them are not with us tonight, and we wish them well, both. To our audience, I thank you very much, and I think I have to say good night. And we are going to meet West High soon in another episode where they are going to tell us something about their play, their upcoming play. Now we leave the left brain to the right brain thing, right?
Right. Creative stuff.
Although I know that
we're creative too,
I know that you are trying to put them together, right? The right
Absolutely.
and left. Ladies and gentlemen, and our kids, have a very good night. Thank you.